He remembers Joan. He remembers kissing her by the pit. He remembers the way Joan swayed in the low light of the afternoon. He doesn't remember Joan's name. He remembers the pit where they kissed. He remembers the smell of sulphur, the smell of, whoa, that one you, Fred. He remembers the smell of coal and the taste of Joan's lips.
SEAMS is a collaborative performance between the Dawdlers, which is a walk-in and reading and creative writing group at Keele, and Restoke, a participatory immersive performance company.
So first of all, thank you for coming tonight to participate in SEAMS, which is a new project.
We're putting on a performance with community volunteer participants and some professional singers and dancers to celebrate the mining industry, which is very important in this region, and also to commemorate some of the mining disasters, notably the Aberfan disaster. Myself and some graduate students, we work on a method called geopoetics, which is about creative responses to place, kind of walking and writing. And so I ran a geopoetics workshop in Silverdale Country Park. So Silverdale is a former mining village just at the bottom of the hill from Keele. It was really ideal. A few staff members, a few graduate students, a couple of undergraduates, local parish councillors from Silverdale, an archivist and a former miner and his wife walking around Silverdale Country Park. I did some informal oral history interviews with the miner and his wife, and people were just chatting, looking at the landscape, and then afterwards a number of us wrote.
The grass is full of wildflowers. He pointed to a gritty slope. It's called the Void. The old open-cast mine. We get orchids there, and skylarks. In the thin autumn light, it did not look promising. Birches clung to the scree, tufts of pale grasses stirred in the breeze. A fence circled the base of the slope, and a far-off metal tower loomed like a guard over the top.
The approach I took, I think, is to understand where the words came from, so to understand that some of it was about landscape and some of it was about kind of personal history, and we really like the idea then that we can move between those two things, the kind of now and the then, and look at the memory and the nostalgia, but the reality and then the re-landscaping of collieries.
And they're going, get down, you're getting down further and further. Then all of a sudden you're seeing, whoop, and jump off. It's like frogs.
I really like contemporary dance and watch it anyway. But what has been really, really interesting has been contemporary dancers, performance artists' response to written text. So Claire was explaining, oh, this comes out of Sylvia's short story, and it just seemed so extraordinary to have, and very interesting to have that kind of response to a written text.
But as years pass, flowers rise. There is life above frozen oblivion, wonderful and thriving, down the drunken streets of a Friday night, partying at the football fields and snogging at the church gate.
I think there's a massive amount of scope for the project in this area, somewhere that has got such a deep connection to mining industries. I think everyone's kind of got a story to tell and something to connect to. So I think it would be great to have a bigger project where we can involve more people in the conversations around that and what are the stories we could tell. We could develop a really nice, rich process of developing work. And I think just create an epic performance around these themes that draws everything together.
It was only in middle age that she learned that her grandfather, lame from a football accident as a young man, had gone to help with the digging. Everyone did, was the brief explanation offered by her father.
In 2016, it was the 50th anniversary of the Aberfan disaster, and I have a personal connection to that. Not only am I from South Wales, from a mining community, but my aunt is a disaster survivor. She was a school teacher of just 24. Apparently, she doesn't really talk about it. She got the children in her classroom out through a window. I wanted to sort of mark the 50th anniversary and do something kind of beautiful. When the Tower Colliery finally closed, it was because it was all mined out.
The newspaper photos of the empty shower stalls, a ghostly reminder of South Wales's last deep pit. A dream of generations in the dust.